Hello students, welcome to this semester. In this semester, we are going to deal with the subject Design of Concrete Structures 1. I am Professor Ganesh Lakde, welcome you in this semester. So let us discuss the syllabus of this subject which is prescribed by Solapur University, Solapur. So as per this syllabus specified by university, the teaching scheme includes 3 lectures and 1 tutorial per week, and the examination scheme consists of in-semester evaluation of 30 marks, which includes the unit tests and the ISC submissions, end semester evaluation, which includes theory paper of 70 marks and internal continuous assessment of 25 marks. Let us discuss the course objectives of this course. So after the completion of this course, the students will be made familiar with philosophies of design and the relative advantages and disadvantages, analysis and design of flexural members such as RCC beam and slab by using limit state method, analysis and design of rectangular RCC beams subjected to combined action of bending and torsion by using limit state method, and analysis and design of RCC columns by using limit state method of design. So these are the objectives. It means that after completion of this subject or this course, you will be able to do all these things which are mentioned in the objectives. So let us discuss the outcomes, course outcomes. So at the end of course, the students will be able to implement suitable design philosophy for designing RCC structural members, to identify the action of beams and slabs and carry out its analysis and design by limit state method, to analyze and design rectangular RCC beam subjected to combined bending and torsion by using limit state method of design, and to analyze and design RCC columns by limit state method. Now let us discuss the syllabus in detail. In section 1 includes total 4 chapters and section 2 includes total 3 chapters. So in section 1, unit number 1 is on introduction to the design of reinforced cement concrete or overall design of concrete sections, in which we are going to discuss the philosophies of design and the relative advantages and disadvantages, types and classifications of limit states, characteristic strength and characteristic load, load factor, partial safety factors, limit state of serviceability, in which we are going to deal with the significance of deflection and cracking, and we are going to discuss in detail about the IS recommendations, in which we are going to see the different recommendations which have been specified by IS 456-2000. In unit 2, we are going to discuss design of slabs by using limit state method, in which we'll deals with one-way slab, one-way continuous slab, two-way slabs with different end conditions as per the IS specifications, and we'll discuss with the design of cantilever slabs also. Unit number 3, which is limit state of collapse, in which we are going to discuss this limit state of collapse in 3 cases, that is flexure, shear and bond. So in which we are going to deal with the analysis and design of singly reinforced sections and analysis and design of a doubly reinforced rectangular sections. In unit number 4, analysis and design of flange sections, in which we are going to deal with the analysis and design of singly and doubly reinforced L and T beam, which are called as a flange sections, and the design will be carried out in lecture only. In unit number 5, design of continuous beams, in which we will deal with the design of continuous beams by using limit state method. The continuous beams are the beams which are supported over number of supports. It may be the spans carried by the beam over the number of supports is more than 2, then it is called as a continuous beams. Unit number 6, which is limit state of collapse in torsion, we are going to discuss the behavior of RC rectangular sections subjected to torsion, design of sections subjected to combined bending and torsion, combined shear and torsion, in which we will deal with the behavior of the beams or the rectangular sections which have been subjected to the bending as well as torsion or twisting moments, and shear and torsion. So different IS specifications have been provided in IS 456. So by using those specifications, we are going to deal with the design of such sections. Then finally we are going to discuss about the design of torsion, beams for torsion. In section 2, under unit 7, which is for design of columns, we are going to deal with the analysis and design of axially and eccentrically, that is uniaxially loaded circular and rectangular columns, in which again we are going to discuss only the introduction part of the biaxial bending of the columns. So uniaxially and biaxially, these are the two types of loads, the loading conditions which may be generated when the columns are subjected to loads, particularly eccentrically loads, then in which we are going to discuss in detail about the uniaxially loaded columns, but only the introduction is there for the biaxially bending of columns. Then we will discuss what is the interaction diagrams, then circular columns with helical reinforcements. So these are the chapters which we are going to deal in this course. So again, university syllabus have specified with one note that whatever problems that will be covered in the above chapters, that should be considered as a problems for the tutorials. It means that the similar kind of problems may be provided to you during the tutorial sessions, and that same problems you have to solve and submit as a continuous assessment. So only IS 456-2000 shall be allowed in the university exams. It means that you may be able to carry a hard copy of IS 456-2000 with you during the exams. Unless and otherwise mentioned separately, all the designs should be by limit state method. As I already mentioned that in this total course, we are going to discuss the design and analysis by using the limit state method only. The internal continuous assessment shall consist assignments based on the above topics, as I already mentioned. The textbooks which you may refer, these textbooks are as mentioned below, so you may take a note of all these textbooks and you may try to refer this textbook along with the notes. Some reference books are also there, so take a note of this. You may note down these reference books. And the very important reference which you have to keep with you at all the time is IS 456. The IS 456 will be the predominantly used in this total section. Also, you may use the ISP 16, which is a special publication provided by the Bureau of Indian Standards, which helps you for understanding the detailed concepts. Thank you.